I got to go over here and let everybody know that I'm not there. I'm over here. How it's working, how that's working, I don't know. I don't understand it. The chat or the stream just went dead. When I pulled up to the gate there, it just went dead on my thing. I was going back and reading the old chats, and I went back and I was talking and everything, and I can't see any new chats, and I couldn't figure out what's going on there. And then the screen, it gets smoky colored, you know, kind of opaque. And yeah, we're back. It gets all opaque and everything, and you can't really see the screen anymore. So, and then a little box on the very bottom of the screen down here comes up and says reboot. So you hit reboot, and it usually comes back up. Or reconnect. Anyway, it usually comes back up. This time it didn't. It just went blank. The screen went black, completely black. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Then I got a call. I got a phone call on the other phone. And this is the 12, and that's the 13. And I get a call from dispatch and everything, and they're trying to find that little gate code over there, trying to figure out who to talk to get a gate code. So until then, I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs, and all kinds of activity's been going on. The police car went going by behind me back there on the highway, and then just a couple minutes ago, an ambulance came over and made a U-turn right behind me and went back that way. Must be a wreck over there or something. So anyway, what was I saying? So anyway, I get done with this. I go back on the computer here, and I'm looking up something, and I thought, well, let's just check, see what it's showing on the computer. So I pull up the video, and it says it's live still. Click on it, it pops up, and it's just a black screen with a little, buffering wheel. But the chat's still going. You guys are still chatting away. I'm like, how's that working? So let's go back here to see what it's showing now. It's still showing that first video is still live apparently. 53 people are still watching it. We got 96 people over here, 101 now. I don't know how I get two streams going at the same time, but off the same phone. I don't know what happens. It's goofy. It's a glitch in the system. No, I don't think YouTube is messing with me or nothing like that. It just, who knows? There's a cell phone tower, and I look on my phone here. Let's see. I only got two bars of 5G, and right there is a cell tower, but it's probably not an AT&T tower. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm so close to that tower, it's messing up the signal from the other, my tower down the road somewhere. I don't know. But I'm having more breakfast of champions. What do they call these? Starbursts or something like that? Star something or other. Anyway, Rice Krispie treats. Oh yeah. So, if I know I was going to be sitting here this long, I went back there and just cooked a regular breakfast. Eggs and taters and stuff like that. But as soon as I get this stuff out and pour the oil in the fan, as soon as I do that and get a tater all sliced up, they'll call me and say, "Here's the gate code." All right. But I'm just wasting away on my logbook right now. I'm not wasting the logbook. I'm wasting my 14-hour. If I can turn this around and show you. Let me finish this real quick. Here's a logbook, all right? Just this line right here, that's off-duty time. The next one is sleeper berth, which I don't ever use because I'm sleeper berth. Different companies want you to use sleeper berth for different reasons. Some companies only want you to use sleeper berth when the truck is in motion and the second driver is back there sleeping. And one driver is driving and the other one is back there sleeping. But I've had other companies tell me, says, no, when you pull in at night, let's say you pull in the truck stop at 9 o'clock, and you go back there and watch TV or something. Or you go in and have dinner, whatever. That's off-duty time. That's this line right up here. When you come back out and go to bed, so you actually crawl in bed at 11 o'clock, you're supposed to go down to this line, but it's sleep berth, because that's where you're actually at, is sleeper berth, sleeping. And then when you wake up, you come back off of sleeper berth and go back up to off-duty again. I've had companies tell me that. I think it's nonsense. Sleeper berth is for team operations. That's all it's for, team operations. But their thing was, off-duty, when you're off-duty, that means you're not in charge of the truck, okay? You're not, like you're at home. You're a company driver, you park the truck at the terminal and you go home when you're home for the weekend or week or vacation or whatever. You're not responsible for the truck at all. That's what that line's for. They say, so if you're out on the road, you're either on duty or you're driving or you're in the sleeper. You're never off duty. Okay, I can follow that reasoning, but I don't think that's the way it's set up. Anyway, some companies read the rules differently than other companies do. Way I've almost always done it, like right now, I'm sitting still and I'm not doing anything, I'm off duty. Even though I'm here responsible for the truck and whatever, I'm not working, so I'm off duty. So anyway, you got off duty time, you come over here, you go down and you do a 15-minute inspection, come over and it's on duty time. Then you come up to, wow, that's actually touching. All right, but you actually come over here to the third line, which is driving, and I drove for, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes, whatever, and then come up to off duty. And I've been off duty since I've been sitting here. And what time is it now? 10:15. So yeah, I've been off duty for, I don't know, getting close to an hour now. So anyway, that's what your logbook does. Okay, so here's your different categories and everything, and it's a touch screen. It's your phone actually. So you touch the screen and you can go up to form. Okay, there's logbook, and then there's form. That's where you'd fill out your truck name, your truck number, and the trailer number that I'm picking up. I haven't got one in here because I don't have a trailer on here right now. It shows your shipping at load, whatever. I need to redo that one. All right, it'll show your carrier and where your home address and all that. Forgive me for not turning that around. And then other would be your destination and where you're going to. Like here, I'm going from Gary, Indiana to there. And then what else? Just other information that's in here. And then you can go over and you can sign. You can sit here and you can tap that button and you can sign. I don't want to do that until the end of the day. And then there's inspection mode. You know, you go in and show your pre-trip inspections and all that kind of stuff. So it's a simple little system. And I don't mind this part of it. What I don't like is this part that sits there and connects to the truck, and every time you move the truck an inch, oh my God, you're in motion and therefore you're logging. Yeah, okay. You know, it just, I know it's not quite that bad, but still, it is that bad. You know, anything over 5 mile an hour kicks this thing into gear, and you're on duty then. Another thing is the 14-hour rule. I started working at 8:10 this morning. 8:10 in the morning. There was somebody pulling around. Toyota Corolla just pulled around in front of me, going down this old shit road here. Huh. Huh. Must be another business over there they're pulling into. Anyway, so disrespectful if you ask me. What's going on? Well, you guys are talking about Oreo. Yeah. North Star's deleting a few people here for some reason. I don't know why, what they're said, but I'm sure it's a good reason. So, oh, slow mode. All right, haven't done slow mode on this one. You're right. Apparently, the other one, the earlier video this morning, it's not live anymore. So you would think after I turn it off here that it would turn it off, but apparently because my phone went down, I didn't have a signal for my phone to tell YouTube to turn it off. So from YouTube's point of view, my phone was just buffering. Makes sense anyway. Okay, we got slow mode on now. But, oh, mercy, what have we got? Hi from Ohio. Want to watch Oreo's? Yeah, I would imagine people ought to go over and watch Oreo's channel because he's got something pretty interesting going on over there. That's going to be a marketing call. Not going to answer that. If there's anybody that I needed to talk to, they would, I would know who they are. It's one of the nice things about an iPhone. When, I know maybe other phones do it too, but previous phones I had didn't do it, but the iPhones do. They put on there that it's a spam call or something, you know, that somehow they kind of know that, you know, why these marketing calls, why who buys anything from them? I mean, really, you know, somebody must, otherwise they quit doing it. Yeah, that's what I hear. Oreo's car was vandalized. I don't know the details of it, where he was out. I would assume he was at a hotel and they found him and trashed his car. Oh, Texas gal, hubby went in hospital for ulcers. Okay, he's coming home today. Okay, all right, well, sorry to hear that, but good to know he's coming home, I guess. That was super salty. Super Salty was calling me, apparently. There's this guy going around again. He went over to another property. The lot right here, this lot right in front of me, well, there's a lot off to there's a fence line right through here, and over to the right, there's another property. That's where he pulled into. So, oh, mercy. There goes another truck going down that way, where he's going. People trying to pull your viewers to go to Oreo. Well, yeah, maybe they ought to go over there and watch, see what he's doing. You know, I mean, I'm just sitting here at a gate, so you know, people, they have their free choice of what they want to go do. They want to go over and check Oreo out. So they can do what they want. I'm using the screen here as a mirror. I got these one hairs right here. They're a lighter color than the rest of them. See right there? Little gray hair. I wish they'd either go away or get some matching ones on this side. So, but I don't know. What do y'all want to talk about? I will not submit. Stand as a legend. Nah, I wouldn't say that. So, but you would think. Yeah, old age. Yeah, getting old. But you would think it wouldn't be that hard to call somebody and get a freaking gate code. So, but anyway, when I was talking about the logbook, I started that log at 8:10 this morning, 8:10 a.m. And from that point, I've got 14 hours to do everything I'm going to do today. Okay, so at 10:10 tonight, I have to shut down. Whether I'm tired or not, it doesn't matter. Got to shut down. 14-hour rule. Why? What's the point of that? You're allowed to drive 11 hours throughout the day, and then you have to take a 10-hour break. And it's just, and then halfway through that, you have to take a 30-minute break before you hit 8 hours. So I started at 8 o'clock this morning and drove for 8 hours straight before 4 o'clock this afternoon. I had to take a 30-minute break. And I don't mind that one so much. But what gets me is the 14-hour rule, and the fact that they're tracking everything that I do. Everywhere I go, everything, you know, it's just, I'm still of the opinion it's none of their damn business where I'm at. You know, it's none of their damn business. Yeah, there you go. Rules are done. See, the thing about a logbook was originally put into place to protect the drivers. Okay, back before there were trucker unions like the Teamster union and everything, trucking companies. This is way back. This is probably pre-World War II, back in the Depression era. You know, the trucking company say, hey, we need this load taken from point A to point B. And the driver goes, wow, that's an awful long run, man. I can get there as fast as I can. Well, you need to get there and get back here non-stop. Just go down there all the way, turn around, come back non-stop. Well, gee, that's a 28-hour run, you know. I can't stay away for 28 hours. Well, if you can't do it, there's 30 other people back here that will. So these companies would push and push and push, okay? And because everybody needed a job back in, it was the Depression, okay? And these companies just pushed and pushed and pushed, and the drivers started complaining about it. So, hey, you know, we need a little bit of, we need some rules set down here so that these companies can't overwork us like this. So unions started up, and the Teamsters and all that, they all got started up, and they came up and said, hey, we want to set up rules for our workers, our Teamster members, our union members. So they set to work putting out a They sit there and come up with rules about the drivers can only work from point A to point B and all that. And the driver's like, thank you. We can work, but we don't get worked to death. We're not slaves, And it curtailed the companies from pushing the drivers so hard. It's all good and well, but then there's rules, right? Well, somebody's got to enforce the rules, right? So a driver goes out and says, hey, I don't have any problem driving for 15 hours straight. No bother me. But the logbook said, at that time, the logbook said he can only drive for 10 hours. You had to take an 8-hour break. So you drive for 10 hours and then take an 8-hour break. That was the old logbook rules. And so what drivers would do is they'd run their 10 hours, and then they'd take an 8-hour break, and they'd run 10 hours, take a 10-hour or 8-hour break, and then run for 10 hours. And throughout the week, their sleep cycles got all messed up, right? Because, 10 hours, let's say you start at 8 o'clock in the morning, 10 hours later is 6 p.m. You take an 8-hour break, that's 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, 2 o'clock in the morning, you start out and you drive for 8 hours, that's 10 a.m., So you drive from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then you go to bed for 8 hours from 10 till 6 p.m. Then you drive from 6. So you're never on a good sleep schedule, when you do that. Most drivers didn't do that, but like me, I drove for 10 hours and I go to bed, wake up the next morning, drive another 10 hours. So, I don't know, was it about 10 years ago roughly, they changed the logbook rules, and they come up with this 14-hour law. The only good thing is they made 10 hours, they turned it into 11 hours, but out of that 11 hours, you got to take a 30-minute break every 8 hours. Okay. So it's confusing, it's stupid, and this mechanic in this shop over here, he can work. Hi, Ivan, thank you very much, appreciate that. Don't know what it's for, but thank you, appreciate it. No questions or nothing, so. But yeah, so that mechanic over there, he can work 24 hours a day, never stop. Just pass out and wake up underneath the car, and just keep working, And I do understand. He falls asleep underneath the car, he just falls asleep under a car. I fall asleep in the truck, you run off in a ditch and you can kill yourself or kill somebody else. I do understand that. But still, a doctor can have surgery 24 hours a day. He's got somebody's life in his hands, but yet there's no logbook on a doctor, on a surgeon. He got somebody laying there with their, on a surgery table, and he can work all that he wants. The anesthesiologist can work in as many hours as they want. Now I would imagine a doctor probably on here going, no, we can't. We got rules too. Yeah, okay. No, but it just an electrician can go in and he can work wiring a house or a building or a business or whatever. A plumber can work all he wants, but a truck driver or somebody in transportation, that's trains, planes, and trucks and whatever. They have to fill out logs, and I always wondered who gave them the authority to tell us we have to do that. Piss on them. Tell them to shove that logbook up there, whatever, But we let them tell us what we're allowed to do, and that's what I think needs to change. Now we tell you what we're going to do. You as the famous words, you work for us. So, but I always was irritated by that. There's a Lincoln Continental sitting right over there, some damage on it and everything. But somebody can get in that car and leave here and drive all the way to Los Angeles, turn around and come all the way back to here, non-stop, if they want to. They can stay awake that much. You tell me that car, when somebody falls asleep in that car and runs off and kills somebody, isn't as dangerous as this truck? There's no rules on that. Somebody can jump in that car and take off, drive all day long, and no rules on that. But you get in a truck, all of a sudden there's all these rules. Why? Why? If rules are good for this truck, why aren't they good for that car and that pickup and that minivan? Put a logbook on everybody. If that is going to save lives and make a big damn difference, then put a logbook on everybody. Okay, and if it doesn't, then why do you have them on the trucks? Okay, and the permits and all that. And I can understand maybe permits as far as registration and weights and stuff like that. What we were talking about earlier today, the weight classes of different trucks and stuff. But there's just so many things in the trucking industry. It's just regulate, and there's still trucks run off in the ditch, kill somebody, and oh no, electronic logbooks, nobody will ever die ever again. Hogwash. It's just another way they can control you, and I'm getting tired of being controlled. That's why I joined the Convoy, is because I've been tired of being controlled. And when I learned that the Convoy wasn't about trucks and truck drivers going up to bitch about fuel prices or something, and it was something about let's go up and straighten this country out, take back our government, not overthrow it or nothing like that, but just get the bad actors out of there and put some good actors in. Okay. My biggest thing about that whole Convoy, I was about the only one ever talking about it, was term limits. Term limits would solve so many things, but you wouldn't have the senators and stuff getting up there and being so stinking powerful. You get up there, about the time they get power, they gotta get kicked out and go home. About the time they start getting a little bit, hey, I'm the senior guy here. Sorry, you lose your job. Go back home. Go back to doing your lawyer job or whatever you were doing before you come up here. And that's another thing. I think we got way too many lawyers in that. Well, lawyers know how to write legislation where nobody can understand it. Trust me, there's a rule and there's a law somewhere. You're sitting at home. I'm sitting in the truck right here, sitting still, got my arms folded, and I'm breaking a law somehow or another. I don't know what it would be, but I'm sure there's some law that oh, I know. The key is in the ignition and the engine is running, and I don't have the seatbelt on because I was getting ready to jump outside. But technically, I'm probably breaking a law right there. It's just, there's so many stupid, seatbelts, don't get me started on them. I wear a seatbelt because I know it can save my life. Somewhere down the line, I have a very high risk of dying in a vehicle because I put so many miles on. I have a high risk. So I wear my seatbelt because of that. I don't need some lawyer being a politician up there in DC telling me, hey, you're a little kid, you gotta wear your seatbelt. No, I'm a grown adult. I'll wear a seatbelt if I want to. If I want to wear a helmet, a motorcycle helmet, I'll wear a motorcycle helmet. Another thing that just irritates me is grown people wearing bicycle helmets. There goes the ambulance. Not going very fast. Got a phone call from Gary, Indiana. Let's see who this is. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting in the gate right now, and the gate is closed, and there's a code up there apparently. My dispatch. Choice transport. Yep. All right. Wonder what I'm talking about? Super duper secrets. Super secrets. Now, I didn't know what she might be wanting to ask me, and things like phone numbers and stuff like that. And I didn't want to be giving that out to over the line. You know, my dispatch's cell phone numbers and things like that. So I just thought, well, I'd just be enough there. Spam risk. Moses Lake, Washington. Rang one time. I get these all day long. Just all day long. Phone rings one time. You look at it, go, oh, I don't know, and it quits ringing. You know, spam bot, robocalls. So anyway, what that was a lady that I guess they run this shop. They rent this lot here, whatever. She said she's not. Well, I'm not very far from you. I'm right here in Gary, Indiana. But we can't just open the gate to anybody until we're oh, okay. She says, well, get a hold of so-and-so or whatever. I said, all right, let me just give you their number. You can call down and talk to them direct. But where the company that hired us to come up and pick these trailers up told us, come on, there's no sound. Why is there no sound? Should have sound. Unmute. Alright, can y'all hear me? No? Is it still muted? There is sound. Yes, there's sound. Okay. Somebody said there was no sound. Okay. So anyway, there's a company. The company hired us to take a certain number of trailers down to Texas. All right, and they're the ones sitting right over there, I think. All right, and they said go in there and find these trailers and grab one and take it to Dallas. Okay. So I come up here to pick it up, and the gate's closed. So I called dispatch and said, hey, the gate's locked up. Oh, okay, let's see what we can get on that. This has been over an hour ago. While I'm waiting for them, I see the phone number on the building over here, so the mechanic repair shop, and I call that. And the guy, heavy Russian accent, answers the phone. Sounds like I woke him up. Sounds like he'd been asleep. Hello? Yeah. I'm over here at the yard. I need to get inside the gate and go and pick up a trailer and everything. Who is this? Oh, this is Stan. I'm with such and such company. Why you call me? Well, because your number is on the building right over here. No, you need to call dispatch. You call them. Okay, bye. And he hangs up. Well, I'd already called this number here and asked them, what's going on. And it was just a dispatch company, probably in, Connecticut somewhere. Don't know who they were. And she acted like she had no idea. So I called my dispatch and told them. And they go, okay, we're working on it. We'll see if we can figure out what's going on here. So then I called the mechanic. The mechanic basically told me, you need to call someone else by click. So I called dispatch back up and just said, hey, what's going on here? You learned anything yet? No, we still haven't learned anything. And so it's a snafu. What it is that a company that whoever owns these trailers probably rents this lot from this mechanic shop, and the trailers are parked in here. The people that own the trailers have sold them to somebody and then hired us to haul them from point A to point B, more than likely. Okay? But nobody has went and told the mechanic shop that we're coming to pick these trailers up, and there's nobody here, which you would think it's Friday morning, somebody would be here working in the mechanic shop, and but nobody's here. The gate won't open, and there's a little keypad over there. You put a code in, and the gate will open, I imagine. So I'm waiting for somebody to send me a gate code, and nobody seems to know anything about it. So now here's this lady. I don't know how she got my number, why, whatever, but she calls me, and she goes, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to pick up this trailer." "Well, who are you? Why are you trying to pick up this trailer?" We're a third-party company. We're a power-only company, and we were hired to bring, these trailers from here down to Texas. And okay, so anyway, just there's lack of communication here, and I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs for a little over an hour and a half now. Been sitting here. What time did I get here? 9:30, I think, or something like that. At 9:20. So at 9:20, an hour and 25 minutes. I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, doing nothing. Letting my logbook just trickle away. Just trickle away. I'm going to eat me another cooktop. I probably ought to go back and just cook me some breakfast, but like I said, as soon as I do, they'll call up, oh, here's the gate code. What are your favorite Pop-Tart flavors? Mine is brown sugar and cinnamon. So, anyway, strawberry. Blueberry. Yeah, I already know, Amber. Yeah, Oreo's car was vandalized last night. So, yeah, it's people. I just don't get. Oh, s'mores flavor. There you go. I like the s'mores flavor too. Can I put freight on the trailer for the trip to Texas and make double money? That is, we don't do that. Some people do. They get permission to do that. Thing is, if you haul a trailer and they give you permission to do that, they're going to want a huge discount up front. So here's some easy numbers. Let's just write you easy, basic round numbers. Let's say they hire us to haul a trailer from point A to point B, and they pay us $1,000 to do it. Okay. But then they turn around and say, well, you can put freight on that trailer, but we're only going to pay you $250. So you need to find a load for $750 or more to make up the difference. So if you get an $800 load plus the $250 original, so now you're making $1,050. Is it really worth that extra $50 to put up with hauling freight, getting worse fuel mileage, having to deliver it, maybe coming up with, you go somewhere, it takes 5 hours to get loaded. You go to the destination, it takes 5 or 6 or 10 hours or a day and a half to get unloaded, or they don't want it and they want you to turn around and take it back. Then you got, see, that's why I came over to this company, because we don't do any of that. We just haul the empty trailers. Here's their flat rate for hauling a trailer. We'll haul this trailer from point A to point B for $1,000. Okay, we don't want to haul any cargo on it. Okay, so there are companies that do that. Trailer Transit, I think, does quite a bit of that. That's why I don't listen to Trailer Transit. Okay, I don't want to do that. I came over here to get away from hauling cargo. I don't want to haul anything inside that trailer. I want to haul the empty trailer from point A to point B and get paid a dollar amount, and I can haul a load from point A to point B and make, well, I don't know, $3 a mile, let's say, okay? And under my own authority, because I still have my own authority, okay? I put it on hold 10 years ago, or well, in 2016. In 2016, I sold the truck and everything, put my authority on hold. So it's been, what is that, 8 years now? No. 6 years now. So I put my authority on hold. I could always just turn it right back on and start right back up where I was. I'd have to go buy a trailer, and I could go back to hauling the stuff I used to haul. I just don't want to. All right? But I could haul a load. Let's say I went and got my own authority, bought a trailer, got my own authority, paid the insurances and all the tags and registration and all that stuff. Okay, and I make $3 a mile hauling that stuff. Okay. All right. Unless you actually are dealing with the customer itself and you're not going through a broker, the customers I had paid me immediately. As soon as I delivered it, they wrote a check. There you go. Okay. I only had a couple customers that paid me like a week or so later, and they were very good customers, and I trusted them, and I always got paid. The whole time I was on my own authority, I got screwed one time for about $200. One time, customer went belly up. I hauled a pallet for him. I did LTL. I hauled a pallet for him one way. Got paid $200 for it, and they didn't pay me for about 3 or 4 weeks. It's right at the end of the year. Come January 1st, somebody called me and says, "Hey, have you heard about such and such company?" And I says, "Last time I hauled for them about 3 weeks ago. Why?" He said, "Well, they're not answering their phone right now." And I go to look at everything up, and it shows that they're out of business now. Oh, really? So I tried to call, couldn't get a hold of nobody. I had the person's cell phone number, so I called that, and they said, "Yeah, we went belly up. We closed the doors December 31st. We closed the doors." I said, "Any chance of me getting paid for that pallet then?" And they go, "No, not really." Sorry to tell you. But this was just a guy in the warehouse. He didn't have any. So he says, "No, I'm sure you won't." All right, well, it's not bad. 9 years or almost 9 years under my own authority, and only got screwed one pallet for $200. So that's not bad. But there are other companies go out there. They here's that number. Same lady again. Oh, mercy. If I had no luck, didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all, right? Now I'm pulling through the parking lot here, and I'm driving, let's see, first, second, I'm in third gear idling, doing about 4.5 miles an hour, because if I go faster than that, it will kick in the logbook, show me moving. So I put around the parking lot, dodge all the huge potholes that I might fall into, and I'm gonna go back here and try to find one of these trailers. I don't know which one it would be. 7509. Okay, it's probably one of them TVM trailers. One of these trailers right over here has TVM on it. They told me to go back and pick a trailer. 75 series. 7556. Here's one right there. No, it's a BMW. I'm sorry. BMW. A black and white, or BMW, I think. B and W stands for black and white interstate, I think. But anyway, there's one right ahead. 7515. That's one of them right here. That trailer right there. The second one. Okay, 7512 is one. Yeah, both of those right on the end. Alright. I'm going to look for one that has decent tires. Decide which one I want to haul here. They're all kind of junky. 7519. Okay, I can haul a logistic group there. Almost 75 now. We're 7520. Haul that one. Problem is it's all nasty and muddy out here. You know, man, they're junk, junky trailers. Wow. All right, folks, I gotta get out. Go out and put in for a viewer book. Let me get out and look them over real quick to see which one I want to pull the hook onto. They're all kind of junky. It's starting to rain again. I'm out here farting around with these stupid trailers. This alright. That guy in the pickup, I guess he works here. And his owner told him to come over and take pictures of my truck. Apparently the owner thinks maybe I'm trying to steal a trailer or something. I don't know. So, and I'm just going to wait until it quits raining. I'm sick of this bullshit rain. So, this time, it's been getting some crap loads like this lately. And I'm not real happy with it. This wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't raining. Get out, walk around, check it all out. Wouldn't be muddy. Go back here, walk around with the. Now it's starting to pour hard, so I'm not gonna go out there and get soaking wet. I'll just wait 20 minutes. Rain will go away, then I can get out and do my thing. So you can't hear me again? Alright, thank you. Thank you, the sound is fine. Good, thank you much. I'm just going to sit here until the rain quits. It's just, no sense of going out there and sitting, getting soaking wet in the rain. And I don't even know if I want this trailer. I'm going to pull it out and look it over. It's so close to this other trailer, and back where it's backed in, it's all muddy. So I'm going to hook onto it, pull it forward enough to look at it. And if it's in good enough shape, I'll go ahead and take it. If not, I'll go find a different one. And what I'm talking about is like all of them have bad problems with lights and stuff like that. And tires and just bullshit. Listen here, I got the lights on this one. Junk trailers. Had a tornado in Virginia. That's no good. Rain for a week, yeah. Do old trailers get refurbished? They can. They can. Usually a company just runs them till they're just junk, nothing left out of them. And it looks like it lightened up on the rain just a little bit. Let me go dolly up so I can pull this thing out and look at it. hook up to? Alright. Got it. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Got it. Alright, I hooked onto a different one. Let me back it back in. Hook on to 7515, and if it's in bad shape, I'm going to put it right back in and park it, and I'll go find something else to haul, because I'm not going to haul it. All of these trailers, every one of these trailers is a hook of crap. So anyway, all right, no problem. Let me go look it, pull it out, and look it over, and I'll get back with you. Okay, bye bye. Telling me that all out of these 9 trailers that I was allowed to pick from, the only one I'm allowed to pick up is 7515. So I'm hooking up to it right now. Pin is hot, locked. Give it a tug to make sure. Go hook up to it. That's all the air going out of my truck going back into the trailer to charge the trailer air tanks. So you got to wait a second for it to charge up before it releases the brakes. And you wonder why isn't there any air in, well, it's probably been sitting here a long time. Or there's a huge air leak in the trailer and the brakes won't release. The brakes aren't releasing. So I always give it a second, let that air charge up, and hopefully release. I don't know if the wheels are released or I'm just dragging this thing out of the mud. I don't know. I can't tell. Once I get pulled out here where I can look at it, walk around the whole trailer, I don't know. Yeah, see the brakes are dragging real bad. The problem with that, you get to going down the highway and they're dragging. What happens? The brakes catch fire. Give it time to they seem like they're getting a little softer, but not much. Let me go check the rest of the trailer. How's your day going? It out of gear when it comes to a stop. You can feel it come to a stop. It doesn't just kind of go to a neutral nothing. You can feel the brakes are dragging. So I wouldn't get 10 miles down the road and the brakes would be catching on fire. But I'll give it plenty of time to charge up. All the lights are working, barely. The back door, is the latch that holds it in is broke, so it's only attached at the top. It's just me sitting there making the decision what to do. definitely dragging. Kick it out of gear. Just coast to it, stop. You feel that little where the brakes are dragging barely, but when it comes to a stop, they actually grab, and you can feel that little. I don't want to take this trailer. I really don't. There you are. There you are. Yeah. Let me talk to Lori. Thank you. Yeah. What? To tell me what? I got in 20 minutes ago. I hooked up to 7512 just to pull it out. No sooner I got it pulled out, the phone rings. I go to answer it, and it's the lady across the road over there saying, the only trailer you can take is 7515. I'm okay, so I was the next trailer right beside me. I just unhooked and pulled up, hooked up the head. And you know when you push the brakes in, you hear the air charging through the dash, charging the tank up on the trailer. Because I'm sure these trailers have been sitting here a long, long time. And anyway, they sit there, you know, you can tell the tank was completely empty. And so I hooked onto it and got ready to pull out. It wouldn't leave, the brakes wouldn't release. So I waited. Finally pulled out. They were dragging, but you could feel them not, they're releasing a little bit, you know. And a lot of times when you get out, you just, you know, pull forward, back up, you know, both, it's, the drums are all rusty, therefore they're dragging a little bit, you know. This, I've been hooked up for 15 minutes now with air charged to it. And when I pull out around the parking lot to test the brakes, you can feel them dragging. And one of the ways you can tell is when you kick it out of gear and just coast to a stop, you'll feel that little, if there's no brakes dragging, it'll come to a totally easy stop and actually maybe even roll backwards or something depending on the terrain you're on. This one here, you can actually feel the brakes grab. You know, they're it's like they're barely they're released, but they're not completely released. There's like still 5% pressure on them. So all that's going to do is I'll get 10 miles down the road and the brakes will catch fire. Yeah, and the rest of these trailers, they're all junk. I mean, this one I'm hooked up to, all the lights work. And I thumped the 4 tires on the driver's side, went around the passenger side, and it was in about a foot deep puddle of water. So I still have to thump them. I don't know if they're good. But, I mean, I made a loop around the parking lot here, and I can pull forward. I've been sitting here this whole time with no brakes on. And I can pull forward, and I let it out of gear, and you can, that wasn't quite as bad that time, but it just, yeah, I felt at that time where they kind of grab, and that could be just, you know, they've been sitting so long that the drums are rusty as hell. I mean, you drive 5 miles down the road and all that rust gets burned off and you're good, but the brakes shouldn't be that tight, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just worried to death I get 5 miles down the road. I'll accept the trailer, I'll leave, and then I won't be able to bring the damn thing back. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Yeah, they're definitely still dragging. when I pull up to a complete stop, with the clutch in or whatever, or kick it out of gear, and when I go to put it in, you know, let the clutch out, it's hard to pull until it breaks loose. You know, and I've even tried, you know, pulling the handbrake valve down a little bit. That's what I'm doing right now. Just slowly pulling the handbrake down until it almost locks them up. What that does, puts more pressure on the brake pads and kind of burns that rust up. Because you know these things have probably been sitting here a year or better, you know. And the inside of the drums are rusty as hell, I'm sure. Okay? And that's probably what I'm dealing with, is the brake pads won't release enough to leave clearance for the brake, the dust or the rust on the inside. I'm going to make a couple little laps around it, circling the part. The people at work here are probably looking at me, what the hell is he doing back here? But I mean, I don't want to be dragging these things. As soon as I pull it out that gate, it's my problem now. You know what I mean? It's our problem. Now I got to stop and get the damn thing worked on and fixed on a Friday. You know, in the rain in Chicago, on the day before weekend, a holiday. You know. But yeah, whoever, maybe they. Stop. Yeah, the brakes are still dragging. I can feel them dragging. It's, you know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying with the brakes when I let the clutch in? Okay. So, anyway, all right. Call her out. Maybe get a different trailer released or something. I don't know. I'm gonna pull this around, back in, drop the damn thing. I ain't pulling this damn thing down the road. Not on a holiday weekend. And there's a real good chance I might say to hell with it and just bobtail home. Say to hell with it. Done. Until you guys decide to do something better, I'm gonna sit my ass at home. I sat for 4.5 days in Kansas City waiting for one load going to Michigan. A load going to El Paso. And it's not their fault. It's just the freight right now sucks. So freight sucks. I'll just go home, sit on my ass, sit at home and on the couch instead of sitting there in this damn truck all day, running the truck and idling and all that crap. I hate pulling these old junk trailers like this. There's somebody else's problem and they're trying to sell them to somebody else that wants to put money into them and fix them up. Yet it's my problem because I got to haul it from point A to point B on a holiday weekend. It's hard to see out the mirrors. This booger right back where I found her. Drop it. They can release a different trailer. Or I'll just bobtail home. I really don't give a shit right now. I'm waiting for a phone call to find out what they want to do. You know, the more and more I look at this guy in this black pickup, it's a little Honda Ridgeline. Okay, he's just a worker, but he's on the phone with the owner of the property. Okay, and the owner of the property, and they're all concerned, you know. So that tells me there's some untrusting people involved with this, and my opinion of the whole thing, they can take it and shove it. So there you go. And see, that's the way it should roll out. Just slowly come to an easy stop. With that trailer on there, it comes up to about 1 mile an hour, and then you can feel it. The brakes actually grabs and stop. So it means they're dragging. Instead of just freely floating, you know, here's the brake pad and here's the drum. Instead of freely flowing, they're just right, you know, just that much of a gap. But there's a gap, air gap in between. Okay. Well, if there's a little bit of pressure, if there's a lot of pressure, the brakes lock up. If there's just a little bit of pressure, though, when you come to a stop, when you're rolling, you don't really feel it. But when you come to a stop, you'll feel it, and they'll grab. They'll do that little quick grab, and you can feel it in your seat. Just experience tells you that. Somebody with 1 year experience driving around here would hook onto that trailer and take off and get 5 miles down the road, and the brakes would be on fire. And he goes, "Gee, what happened?" So. And I don't like all of these junk trailers like this. You know, when I was told I can come in and take my pick of 9 different trailers, I come in, okay, I look at that one, like, nah, I'll look over these, and you can kind of tell which ones are in a better shape as far as damage. One's got this one right over here has got the roof ripped open. I'm going to take that one. See, this one over here has got the roof all boogered up and everything, and it's just. So I'm going to sit there and wait for a phone call, and they say, yeah, you can pick up this other trailer. So I go over and pick up that one, and if it's in decent shape or whatever, I'll take it. But if it's in bad shape too, I'll just say, oh, they're all bad, and I don't want all the damn things. Because it's somebody else's problem right now. As soon as I go out that gate, then it's my problem on a Friday on a holiday weekend. And I get down the road and the brakes start catching fire or something. I stop. I'm sitting on the side of the road in the rain. Cops show up, go, what's going on? Hey, let's do an inspection on it. You know, whatever. So it's just, why take somebody else's headaches? It's not worth it. I'm about, God, I don't know, 700 miles, 900 miles from home. So 900 miles, let's see, how much would it cost me? 900 miles, and I probably get about 9 miles a gallon bobtail home at 55 miles an hour. Just take it easy and drive home. So it's about 100 gallons of fuel. 100 gallons of fuel, $5. It's about $500 to bobtail home. I don't want to do that. Back in the day, if it was $150 to bobtail home, I just do it. But the likelihood of finding another load up here on a Friday. Now, they might still have that Las Vegas run, you know, but then I'd have to go to that other town now. I got a whole lot more deadhead involved. So, I don't know. I would call that gal right across the road over here somewhere. I'd call her, but I'm sure dispatch is talking to him right now. So, let it go through its course. And then this guy in this little Honda Ridgeline right here. Oh, now he's leaving. But he's told by his boss to stay here and not leave until I pull out the gate. Because they don't trust me. So if they don't trust me, they don't even know me. So it's not that they don't trust me. It's they don't trust whoever's telling them to come over and pick this up. it just seems like a bad situation. So why get yourself wrapped up in it? So while I'm still inside the gate, I'll sit here and wait until I get a phone call and find out what's going on. That way I'm still inside the gate. Trying to pull outside and then it's a headache again. But I actually got the gate code, so I guess that doesn't matter. So what, it's 9:20, a little over 2 hours now I've been sitting here trying to pick these stupid trailers up. I don't like to give ultimatums because I might want to change my mind later. I'm never gonna do whatever. I'm never gonna haul whatever. Okay, I don't like giving ultimatums because I might change my mind later on or whatever. But I'm welcome to old age. What I would like to tell them is I'm only going to haul brand new trailers, period. I'm not going to haul furniture. I'm not going to haul these, whatever trailers. But then I become that guy. That guy. Oh, he's a headache. He won't do this. He won't do that. He won't do this. So, in the past, I'd haul 10 brand new trailers and one furniture load. Then I haul 20 brand new trailers and then one old junky trailer like this. That wasn't bad. You just kind of put up with one bad one every once in a while. But freight has gotten so bad right now because the factories aren't building trailers very much right now. They're still doing dry vans. But the thing is, they're not doing many reefers. Very, very few reefers. Because reefers have a motor, and the motor has electronics. And the electronics has that chip from China. Well, they can't get those chips. I thought, for the longest time, I thought it was just the chips couldn't come into the States because it was all backlogged in LA, the port and everything. No, the plant, the factory in China burned down, so they can't make the chips until they rebuild that factory. And from what I've been told, the way I've understood, they've got a new, they're building a new factory here in the United States for those chips, okay? But it takes time to build that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with a chip shortage for quite some time now. That's why I want to sell this truck, just walk away from all this for a while. 2-3 years down the road, 2-3 years down the road, things seem to be working better and everything. Go buy another truck and come back and do this stuff again. But and the ironic thing is, I was out in California with the Convoy, and they were screaming at me, "Come back to work! Come back to work! We got it." Okay, that's because they had that contract of FedEx trailers. They had that contract of like 200 FedEx trailers they needed moved. They needed them moved in within about a 3-week period. That means they had to get a certain number of trucks on there to do so many per day or per week or whatever, and to get them all done. And that's why they were screaming for me to come back. Come back, I ran for those 2 weeks and got them all done, we and about 10 other drivers, and we got them all hauled. We get them all hauled, put them down there in Dallas and everything. Then after that, it's like, all right, let's go back and run regular freight. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to the Convoy for a week or so. So I did that, and now I'm sitting around with ready to go, but they don't have those brand new trailers that contract is fulfilled. They didn't get any, they don't have any new group contracts, let's just call it that. They don't have any more of those right at the moment, and none on the foreseeable future. None that they're working on, I guess. I don't know. I asked, I said, you got any more of those trailers like that? I don't care if it's, Nebraska to St. Louis back and forth, as long as, just those back and forth loads, I like it because you stay busy on them. And my whole thing is, I'm out here, if I'm out here, it depends. If you have a home to go back to, that's one thing. If you don't have a home, because I lived in these trucks for years. Wherever I was at home. I'm sitting at home right now, as far as I could, back then. I had no particular place to be, no place, I got my shop now, I got a home, I got Pam's house and all that, I got a home to go back to now. So if I'm going to be on the road, I want to be busy. I don't want to be sitting around. Now, if I didn't have Pam, I didn't have my shop, whatever, and all I had was this truck. And just driving around, wherever I'm at home. So you don't get bent out of shape about whatever. So that's one of the bad things about having a home. Is you're like, I'm not going to be sitting at home instead of sitting in this damn truck. So it's a frame of mind, I guess. But there's a difference if I'm just sitting in this truck waiting around doing nothing when I could be home. Okay? If I'm going to be sitting, I might as well be sitting at home on a couch. But I don't know. Can't remember I have witnesses. What? What are y'all talking about? Did you hear Taco? Yeah, I heard Taco Joe's going to go home. He was going to stick around for a couple of days. Said something about fireworks. Something about fireworks. He was going to stick around for a couple of days and go to the fireworks and then go home. And then if anything actually happened with the 1776 Freedom Movement, he would get on a plane and fly back and cover it. And I don't know what, rent a car? I have no idea. Okay, and who will own that plant to make the chips? USA or China? Will it be like our Canadian plant that makes baby formula? China part owned and only shipped to China. Okay, I got a question about this baby formula. You gotta remember, I'm just an old dumb guy, okay? I'm not a woman, I'm not a mother, okay? Been through childbirth one time with my ex-wife, and just me being not knowing, okay? Just they're we don't have any baby formula. We don't have any baby formula. What are we going to do without our baby formula? In 1702, where did they buy their baby formula? In 1702, where did they buy their baby formula? So in 2022, why are they panicking because they can't get any baby formula? I know it's convenience, and I know it's probably healthier for the child, but you ever heard of, it's right there. Some women can't breastfeed. Okay. What did they do in 1702? I'm sure there were women that can't breastfeed. They had a wet nurse, right? They had a wet nurse. But also, milk. I know milk isn't as good as formula or breast milk. Breast milk and cow milk are not the same thing. I understand that, but and breastfeeding after some time dries up. Yeah, but still, in 1702, when a woman's breast dried up, what did they do? What I'm saying, how long has there been baby formula? 50 years maybe? 50 years ago, somebody, hey, here's this really good stuff we invented called baby formula. It's got all the nutrients and blah, blah, blah that you need. Goat's milk, there you go. Goat's milk is, okay, yeah, I know there's not enough goats out there. I don't know, that's why I'm asking. People are, oh my God, we can't get along without this. Then how did they get along without that, whatever the product was? How did they get along without that 300 years ago? Now, okay, I understand. We can't get along without tires because we need tires for our cars. Didn't have cars 300 years ago, so you didn't need tires 300 years ago. But still, I don't know. Let's see. I got fed. I get fed every night and she's not pregnant. What? Jim, what are you talking about? Okay, some people can't breastfeed. I understand that. Milk just doesn't come in, or it's painful, or they're going back to work and can't. I understand that. But in 1702, I'm sure some woman had a baby and her breast didn't come in, or it was painful or whatever, and somehow that baby survived. I don't know. I'm not dogging on women or anything like that. That's not, no, don't get that in your head. No. There was a time there was no such thing as baby formula. What did people do? You know? Somebody, you know, homemade milk formula, 1867 was when it was invented. Okay, what happened in 1866? That's my point. A baby was born in 1866 and there was no such thing as baby formula. How did they feed that baby? Maybe go back to that, you know. Maybe what's in baby formula? What's in formula? Maybe powdered milk and some cream and maybe a little sugar. I don't know. They make it somehow. Get the ingredients and put your own formula together. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just glad I don't have to deal with that. It's funny. Animal milk, yeah. Yeah, many of them used a wet nurse. Yeah, exactly. If you all don't know what a wet nurse is, look it up. Yeah, women didn't have to work, so they could breastfeed all through, you know, breastfeed longer. Okay. Now, the world has changed. In 1702, Walmart, when the store was just a broke down wagon with a mule pulling it and ice in the back with the milk on the top. Oh man, you guys are funny. Okay, they would use rock hour goat's milk, maybe diluted, but sometimes there was toxins in the milk and it could hurt the child. Carnation milk and Cairo syrup. There you go. 2% population can do a thing at the end of the world. Yes, the formula is not the best, but it's just convenient. Okay, yeah. I don't know enough about all that stuff. I shouldn't be talking about it. But I'm sitting there, oh my God, there's no baby formula. There's no baby formula. Okay, just feed them something else besides baby formula. I mean, sure. I mean, will cow's milk kill a baby? Really? I mean, I don't know. If you just went down and got, you know, vitamin D whole milk at the grocery store, you know, jug of milk you can pour on your cereal. I'm not talking about skim milk and 2%. I'm talking about full whole milk. If you put that in a bottle and gave it to the baby, will it kill the baby? Yes, it can. How? Bottle of beer. Okay, and kids didn't use formula at age 6 months either. They were weaned onto regular milk. What is a wet nurse? Miss Charger, come on, you know what a wet nurse is. If you don't, look it up. But, I don't know. Until canned milk runs out, we're a third world country. No. No, it doesn't. Oh, there you go, Pam. Pam says no, it doesn't. I fed mine whole milk. Oh, there you go. Well, I guess what I'm getting at is you got a little baby, okay? Baby comes out, mama has to go back to work. She doesn't have to go back to work immediately, you know. The first month or so, she's sitting at home, doesn't have to go back. Feed the baby right here. Feed the baby. Okay? I know some gals, they don't develop or whatever. I understand that. But oh, it says that my mom gave you the deer trail below. Oh, let me show you real quick. Still got it. Frozen solid. Haven't had a chance to eat it yet. Probably ought to, but I just haven't got around to eating it yet. So, they know what a wet nurse is. They just want you to describe it. You want me to describe it? Well, there's this gal that has. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I'm getting in so much trouble. I'm not gonna do it. But y'all have put me in a good mood. Oh, shoot. What do the Amish do? There you go. I don't think the Amish buy baby formula, but the Amish probably have some goats out back, you know. And if they don't have babies, somebody's got goats and they sell it back and forth, you know. Amish take care of themselves, you know. Sometimes you kind of wonder who has the better life. Don't know. The G's After Dark. What do the G's After Dark? Do they get to talking about questionable things? Gotta remember, I didn't know who the G's were until this convoy. Ah, dispatch. Hello. All right, so I'm going to hook onto this trailer. Road service is going to come and look it over, and I'm going to be here for another. Okay. So are they coming to this lot? Okay. Do they have a gate pass or gate code? I did. She gave it to. She gave me the gate code. So. So. All right. So. All right. Yeah. What time is it now? 11 noon. All right. But I've been here since 9:20. All right. So I guess I got to hook up to it and drag it up by the gate so that he can work on it up there on a fairly dry area. He don't want to work it, crawl underneath it in the mud and everything, does he? Yeah. Well, just to let you know, I've been passing my time talking to my chat, my YouTube chat, you know, and doing a live stream, and somebody made a comment about, you know, I've talked about, you know, how the reefer traders have slowed down because the reefers don't have the chips for the motors and all that, you know, and so we've been, you know, we have dry vans to pull, but not as many reefer traders to pull, and because it's slowed down a little bit, so we're hauling this kind of stuff, right? So anyway, somebody made a comment about, yeah, and baby formula's not around. And we got to talking about baby formula. And I'm like, just me being a dumb guy, I'm like, why? What happened? What happened? What did babies get fed before baby formula was invented? You know? I mean, really, if they don't have any baby formula, surely they can feed them something else, just cow's milk, if anything, right? And so we've been talking about that, and then they got to talk about wet nurses. And somebody comes along and says, I don't know what a wet nurse is. Can you explain that to me? And I'm like, oh, no, I ain't going down that road. So I've been having fun with them. So yeah. Anyway, keep myself entertained, I guess. All right, let me get hooked onto it and pull it out there by the gate, and maybe they can fix the door too. The door latch, the passenger side door latch, it latches on the top, but it doesn't latch at the bottom because it's broke off. It's completely gone. So the door just kind of will be flopping going down the highway. So yeah, basically I'm pulling out of here. I'm going to get on the interstate, and I'm going to drive down the road, and I'm going to have this huge red flag going, DOT, pull me over! DOT, pull me over! That's why I hate these trailers. That's why I hate them. They're just a huge red flag waiting to get, and it's somebody else's problem, and I get the ticket for it. You know? So, anyway, all right. Get over here and figure out what to do to get it released, or get the brakes to where they don't drag. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right. What time you guys going home tonight? 5 o'clock like normal? Okay. All right. It's probably not the last time I talk to you then. All right, later. Bye. So apparently they call road service, and the road service is gonna fix it in the rain. He's gonna be happy. Unbelievable. So this is real life trucking, folks. What you saw in the Convoy, all the pretty trucks driving down the highway, everything looking all pretty and sweet. That's the myth. This is real life trucking right here. I just drive the fucker down the highway, let the brakes catch on fire, get out, unhook from it, pull it away from it, and say, there you go. Told you so. I just think if you're the mechanic, got to come out and work on this shit in the rain, in a mud lot, crawling up underneath the trailer. The trailer's only that far up off the ground. can't be happy. He's not going to do a job right. He's going to go over and fiddle fuck around. Say, oh, there's good. Charge him $500. I'll go down the road and they'll still be dragging. See, I let go right here. See right there? It came to a stop and it actually grabbed, and then where it would want to roll back, it grabbed and grabbed again. Just ever so slightly, but it's enough. It's enough, and it might just be one brake that's dragging, not all three or all four of them. It might just be one brake. Not as bad anymore, but still. I'm sitting on a hill, a slight incline. I mean, I should be rolling right now, and I'm not. It's dragging that enough. So I mean, just sit here and wait. Waste my day away. People across the road, they don't give a shit. They don't care. So, in the meantime, more popcorn. Yeah. So meanwhile, I'll just sit here and wait. And I had planned on getting about 600-700 miles in today, 650 maybe. That way I'd only have about 300 more on Saturday and get home at a decent time, and maybe even go over and deliver this trailer on Saturday if they're open. They probably won't be. So. Yeah. Get on here and look up the weather. How does that sound? See how long it's going to rain. It's just a shower coming over. It's going to be like this all day long, probably all day long. Yeah, and that's another thing. Depends on how long I sit here. I might get some detention, or what do you call it? Downtime. You know, downtime pay. So I'd rather make my money driving down the road instead of sitting in a parking lot waiting for a mechanic to show up. So Well, imagine it'll be a while before he shows up. There goes the mechanic right there, but it's not for me. He's going on yonder way. So, well, let's do this. How about we do this? Let's come back here. Oh, where to set you up? How am I gonna make it stay? No. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! All right, that's trash. Anybody want these? No, I don't like the gummy stuff. Take that home, give it to kids or something. I don't know. All right. I'm going to take this time to cook me my breakfast that I didn't have this morning. So, let's see here. Yeah, it's really coming down good right now out there. Raining nice and hard. But there's a Cajun sausage from Walmart. It's over by the bacon and, you know, summer sausage and over in that section. In the cooler. Alright, for people that have watched before, right there. Slap your mama. That is the best stuff. Good. You just sprinkle it on there. It's basically seasoned salt, but it's a Cajun. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. And people give me all this stuff like this honey. They give me stuff like this honey. And I bought this up at the Amish place, the peanut butter, the old-fashioned peanut butter spread. I got that kind of stuff. I've got, somebody gave me this Hopewell jam. It's a strawberry jam. You know, it just, but I don't have anything to put that kind of stuff on. I don't have any breads or whatever. So I'll use it up somewhere down the line. But right now, the only thing I have for bread right now is tortillas. And I like buying tortillas because tortillas don't mold near as quick as regular bread. You buy regular, you know, Wonder Bread or whatever, and it molds in about 4 or 5 days, it seems. Okay? Maybe not at home, but here in the truck it does, you know, because you got humidity and then dry, and then you've got hot and then cold. And there's all kinds of different environments, so the mold acts on that. Whereas if you're at home, it's consistent temperature and, you know, air conditioned and dry, you don't get the mold as bad. But in a truck, it seems that bread usually goes bad in less than a week, about 5 days or so. If you don't use it, you waste it. For some reason, these tortillas, they'll last a month. Never have any trouble with tortillas. And I've thrown them out after they get about a month old. I've thrown them out simply because they get harder, and but they don't hardly ever mold that I've ever seen. And they probably could. I just don't have that trouble with them. So. Put my lid on there, keep the heat in. We'll put you over there for a little bit. So, I used to do these cooking shows in the truck because I could. Not that I'm a great cook or anything. It's just I would make these videos showing how I cook dinner and breakfast and stuff in the truck, and people seem to really like them. And I just haven't done it very much in a long time. For one, I didn't have a truck for a while, and for two, I always have something better to show. And you know, from my point of view, oh, I got this better. This is much better than watching me cook, beef stew or something. So, I just haven't done a cooking video in a long time. But if you want to watch some of the old, if you're new to the channel and want to watch some of the old cooking videos that I did, I think I got a playlist on there of different cooking stuff that I've done. There's how you clean a fork. No, it's clean. So what we'll do is get in here and test the taters, see if they're soft yet. Nope, not quite. Got a little bit more cooking to do. So, yeah, anyway, don't know what to talk about. Got all this steam coming up off my breakfast. There you go. All that is taters and sausage, and we're gonna put eggs in here in just a second. Just taters and sausage, simple as that. And a little bit of slap your mama Cajun seasoning. So. So basically what I do is I just get the eggs all kind of totally encompassing, and basically I make a pancake out of it. You know, it ends up, well, or not a pancake, but like an omelet. Okay, and it all infuses together. Turn you around here. It all infuses together. Try to get egg everywhere, like over here, to, you know, so it all sticks. The egg binds it all together. Okay. I'm gonna let that cook for just a little bit. Put that on there. And what that does, it all, when I actually eat it or put it on a plate or whatever, which usually I don't even put it on a plate, I just eat it out of the pan. Why dirty another dish? When it gets done cooking. And I've got this induction cook stove. Look at that. Show you that. I love this thing. It's running on battery right now. That's running off the house battery. Plugged into that outlet right there, which runs the TV and everything. Back behind the TV, there's an outlet that the TV's plugged into. And this outlet right here runs off of that. This outlet right here, and this outlet down here underneath the bunk, those run off the generator. So right now, there's no electricity to that unless you start the generator up. But running this on 3, it's not using maybe 700 watts maybe, which is going through the inverter that's below this seat here. You pull that seat up and I got a 2,000 watt inverter down there. This is probably only pulling about 700 watts right now. And it's running off of the house battery that, you know, the house battery goes to the inverter goes to that outlet, to this thing. And I'll cook. I have no problem cooking with it. You see how it's starting to incorporate, almost like poaching almost, because I got the lid on there. But once I feel it's kind of bound together good enough, I'm going to flip it. So then, that's what we got. Like I said, it's like kind of like an omelet almost. I'm going to leave that fork in there so the egg that's on there gets cooked too. Now the fork will get hot, but it'll cool right back off. That's my basic breakfast that I cook almost every time I cook breakfast here. This is pretty much what I cook. I don't do things like pancakes and all that because I don't have a big griddle. Okay, I don't cook those kind of things. This is just my simple, easy. I have taters that stay good for a long time in the cabinet down here. I got eggs in the refrigerator. I got the sausage that's in the refrigerator, and I got my Slappy Mama. It's 4 ingredients, and that's it. If you want, you can put cheese on there. All I got right now is Velveeta cheese, or Velveeta slices, and I don't really need cheese on there, so I'll leave that off. But drop that down to 2 and slow the cooking down just a little bit. But actually, I could probably turn the thing off right now, and the heat that's in the pan will continue to cook the eggs. But that induction stove, I really like that thing. It's super simple to turn on or work. Right here. You turn when you plug it in, this little light comes on. That little light comes on. When you push the power button, this all lights up, and it goes to 5 immediately. I click it down, negative, negative, to get it down to 3, and I cook it on 3. And I think if I remember looking in the instructions on this, it takes about 12 on 5. I think it goes even higher. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So I think when it goes all the way to 10, it's like 1200 watts or something like that. So at 5, it's probably less than that. It's probably 800 watts or something. And down on 3 and 2, you're probably only doing 300 or 400 watts at that point. I don't know. I didn't look at the book, but it's not using very much electricity right now. And the thing is, it's one of these that you take that off and see it quits. Okay, when you put, it's a magnetic system. That pan is magnetic, and it's using heat right now. It's doing heat right now. You pull that off, yep, it goes to error. Okay, it means there's no pan on there, so it's not putting any electricity out. Now that glass is still hot, okay? But once that cools off, this thing's not putting out any juice or whatever, and I will be able to touch that shortly. But it's hot right now simply because the glass itself is hot. But when I first turned this on, if I didn't have a pan on there, this thing would not heat up. You know, it's that induction stove. So I really like it. And then when you're done with it, you just put it in the drawer down here. So super simple, super easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's still warm. So there's the other side. So it's all cooked now. We're done. I'm just gonna let it sit there and continue for a little while I put things away. There you go. Now that glass is still warm because the pan was hot. The pan heated the glass up. See, over here it's cool, but in the center where all that was, it's weird how it works. It excites metal magnetically, so it changes magnetic properties back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, over and over and over, real fast. And in doing that, it makes the metal hot. Well, the metal gets hot, then it cooks the food. But if there's no metal on this thing, I'll prove it here in just a second. I'm gonna let it cool itself off. That glass is still warm, but just wipe it off. Super easy. But all right. So what do we got here? Sorry, it's not the best angles and stuff. I don't have, there we go. Maybe that'll work. So, breakfast is served. What do you think? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. What happened? The comments quit working again? Oh well. Shows that there's 720 people watching. Yep. I guess they just call this a skillet breakfast, I guess. A breakfast skillet, something like that. I guess the comments stopped again. Maybe I got a problem with the feed again. I don't know. I guess I lost the feed. I don't know. Hello. Oh, pretty good. Yeah, the brakes were dragging and everything. I called dispatch and she said that, well, I actually put the trailer back like I wasn't going to haul it. And I told dispatch, she said, well, hold on a little bit. She called me back a few minutes later and said that she's got a service, a mechanic coming over to look at it and see what's wrong with the brakes. But the brakes wouldn't release, and it's one of those, you drive down the highway and the brakes are dragging, they'll end up catching fire or something. So they look at it. So in the meantime, I just pulled up here by the gate. Oh yeah, I can do that for you. Is that building? Okay. Second on the right. All right, Emily, hold on. Let me look at my. Okay. You said it's it's CWS dedicated? Got it. Okay. All right, you guys got a mechanic over there to look at it? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it seems like it's the owner of the yard. He's been super paranoid about stuff apparently. So yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. There's a truck pulling in the yard right now. I can pull out. When he opens the gate, I'll pull out after he leaves. Okay. All right. You bet. Come back. Apparently this thing's locked up again. So I'm going to go ahead and she wants me to pull across the road. If you guys can hear me, great. It's just nothing's coming across here. The chat has stopped. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream off. They want me to pull across the road over here to get out of this lot. Apparently the owner of this place is one of them. Let's see, I don't know that. Anyway, let's see something before I hang up. Still working. I'm not getting any stream here at all. The last one I got was from Don T. Rump at 12:23. Alright, here's another call. Hello? My vehicle may be at risk for losing its warranty. Oh well. My vehicle warranty might be expiring. All right. Alright, y'all are having fun. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. It's been going on way too long anyway. But yeah, that's been my morning this morning. You know, sitting in the rain, cold rain. I got an umbrella, but I don't have it with me in the truck. I think it's in the van or something. I don't know where it's at exactly right now. But, so anyway, I got this trailer that I got to try to figure out how to get fixed. Here's another spam risk. It's just, it never ends. Hello.
Warranty from expiring. I am giving you a courtesy follow-up call before I close out your file. Please press 1 to speak to a specialist now, or press 2 to decline coverage opportunities.
It's just, why do they bother? Does anybody buy that? He said, does anybody buy that crap? So, why do they bother? And all they do is make everybody mad. So, anyway, y'all be good. I want to go ahead and cut the video off now. It's been, got 154 minutes. What's that? 3 hours, 2.5 hours, plus the 45 minutes before that. But you get to see the a realistic trucker's life. Exciting, ain't it? So I'm gonna go back here and eat my breakfast, and wait for this mechanic to show up, and we'll just go from there, I guess. I don't know. All right, y'all be good. Take care, and we'll talk to you probably. I don't know. I might call you this weekend or something, but maybe Monday or Tuesday. Okay. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Just drive down the road and I feel like I got something to talk about. I'll call you, or I'll start a stream. Okay. It's not like when I was on the Convoy. There was just every day. There's 2 or 3 things that were interesting to watch. So. I don't want to have a stream, an 8-hour stream of just me driving down the road. You know, that's not interesting. But at least today, you get to see the headaches that I go through sometimes trying to get stuff worked on, you know, or trying to get things lined up right. Just aggravations, you know, you just want to, you're just like, oh. So. All right, well, with that, y'all be good. Take care. We'll see y'all later, okay? And When, I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. Maybe when I get home, I'll be on Monday sitting out at my shop working on something and do a little short stream from there. I don't know. We'll see. All right? Y'all be good. Take care.